A couple years ago, I had made the Dwarven Throne of Erebor, and I really liked the mock. It was like the perfect kind of display piece because it had a central focal point, the Throne of Erebor, and it also allowed me to build on top of that and build this whole platform and really capture, in my opinion, one of the more epic scenes. Seeing like the dwarves and kind of in their full glory with the elves visiting them. So naturally, of course, I thought about what other mocks can I make, and the other side of the equation was what came to mind, which would be the Elven King, Thranduil. So I'd made the King Under the Mountain mock with Erebor, and I wanted to make the Elven King of the Woodland realm, Thranduil, and his throne. So that was the goal for this. Fortunately, Weta has a toy model of the scene, so that was great for reference on what it actually looks like, especially when I went through the movie and a lot of the shots were super dark and dim. This toy model really helped with building the throne centerpiece. I started building the steps. I figured that's pretty straight and clear. We have some details, some color differences in the wood, but really it's a pretty simple technique of just stacking up the bricks on their side, and that was a great start to the mock. Then the next thing I thought about was, how do I make these antlers? They're actually carven wood, so again, I don't think they're actually supposed to be from an elk or anything. Because I had used the 1x2 round plates already for the antlers, I thought I could also use them for the platform and achieve the round shape that the platform has instead of just being like brick or blocky. Next, I worked on the root system that leads up to and is part of Thranduil's throne. It's all wood. If you watch the movie, you may not be able to tell, but that's actually just one huge wood route up to Thranduil's throne, and then the platform itself is made out of stone. So, believe it or not, I was planning on displaying this at Brickworld Chicago, and I had pretty much everything figured out, kind of, in terms of how I was going to do it, but I didn't have any of the parts other than the dark tan ones. So I ordered a ton of these gray stone bricks and pieces, and those bricklink orders came in, and I finished the mock in 1 week. So the gray part is kind of rushed, but I'm actually really happy with the result. I think it looks really good. At the end of the day, it achieved exactly what I was looking for, and it didn't really take that many pieces to do it either. So even though I was working on Wednesday of Brickworld to do this, I was really happy with how it actually looked. The execution strategy for completing the gray part consisted of getting that one layer of plate, so level, and then I wrapped it around in a 1x2 wall, 1x2 rounded plate wall to get a shape that was not going to just be a rectangle. And then I added some level, some depth to it, and designed some pillars for it. It turned out great. One important feature of this mock was not just doing the throne room, but instead doing the walkway leading up to Thranduil's throne. It adds a level of grandeur and epicness that I also did with the Erebor mock, and I wanted to do the same thing with this one. So it does make it a much bigger mock in terms of area, but it doesn't add too many pieces or too many distracting elements. It all focuses in on the throne itself and Thranduil, which I love. One fun feature of these throne mocks is I can take the throne off of the surrounding or platform area and just display them on a desk or on a shelf alone. So I absolutely love that. It's really convenient, and it's pretty similar to how in the Lego official Rivendell set, you can do the same thing with the console. Here's the setup at Brickworld Chicago 2025. On the left, Erebor. On the right, Mirkwood. This was my vision, and it's awesome to see it in its full glory here together at Brickworld. These mocks will both be staying in my collection. I'm not going to break them down or anything. They will absolutely stay, maybe not completely assembled, but easily assemblable. Look forward to more thrones from Middle-earth on this channel. I will be making a few more. They're not huge mocks. I can do them. They're really fun. Comment below which one you want me to make. And thank you all for watching.